Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing my Young Adult Swap and Trade number 8. So if you guys aren't familiar with this video series yet, I will link it down below in the description. I'll link the original one up here in the cards. You can click that little eye. So basically, I am a part of a young adult swap and trading group on Facebook. I've also met people through like Facebook Marketplace and also through Instagram and YouTube, and then just my regular friends and family, and done a lot of trading. What I used to do was trade things that were on my TBR that I was like no longer interested in, or that I knew I wasn't going to get to for a while, or that I knew I wouldn't like as much as some things that I really wanted, and try and see if I can find someone to trade with me. What tends to happen more now is I'm trading books for things that I have specifically found for my friends or for this group. Because I live in an area where I can find used books so cheap and so often, I just do a lot of trades that way. So a lot of these books I traded for things that I specifically found for certain people, or things that I had extra copies of. Not a ton of them are things that I got off of my TBR to trade for them, but I'll kind of let you guys know as we go along. So just keep in mind, if you're wanting to do trades like this, just make sure you're really comfortable with the person that you're trading with, and you know that the transaction is going to go well. I've been doing this for like almost 2 years, so the trades have gotten better and better and better, which has been awesome. As you guys may know, I'm able to get a lot of used books cheaply and often, but I don't necessarily find new releases very often, so that's what I do the majority of my trading for, or just things that are a little bit harder for me to find. Of course, you can go and buy them on Amazon, Book Outlet, or whatever, but this is like a much cheaper way because I'm getting rid of books that I already own, and then you're just paying for shipping and handling. And when you are just mailing books, you can use media mail here in the US, and the shipping starts at $3.50 for one book and goes up like 50 cents. So I can get trades for around $4, which is a lot cheaper than buying a used book. So without further ado, we're gonna dive into it because I have quite a stack this time. The first thing, I actually went out of my way to find someone to trade this for, which means I like sent out like an ISO on the group, like I'm looking for this book. I don't normally do that because I have so many books to read. I'm never like, you know, in a rush to get them. However, I started the Stalk the Jacking Ripper series this year, and the last book recently came out, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to find it used anywhere for cheap at all. So I sent out an ISO because I have a lot of friends that get book boxes and things, and so they get duplicate copies of things and stuff like that. So I got a copy of Capturing the Devil by Kerri Maniscalco. I think that this one's signed. Yes. Also signed, awesome, from a girl that had a couple multiple copies. I actually traded her 4 books for this because I'm able to find my books so cheap, and because this is brand new and signed and stuff. So I sent her Jane Steele, which is like a murder mystery novel twist on Jane Eyre, which I did kind of want to read. I also sent her Worlds of Ink and Shadow, and then a couple other gothic horror things, all things that I actually did want to read, but I knew I'd be able to find them again, and I knew that I was going to read this before any of those. So because I'm able to find books for like $1 to $2, it was like not that big of a deal, and some of them I wanted to get rid of. So traded quite a bit, busted my butt, but I got a hold of this one, and I plan on reading this one this month. I might be currently reading it. Then I have a good friend, Taylor, and we just do trades off and on and purchases and all kinds of crazy things. I think I'm missing some books from this stack because we do trading so often. I think I might have already added some of them to my shelves, but this is the ones that I remembered that we traded most recently. So because we do this all the time, I like specifically look for books for her, so I can't remember exactly what I sent her, but she likes ARCs, and so when I find ARCs at like the library bookstores and stuff, I usually like let her see them and see which ones she wants. I think I did trade her like a 3 Dark Crowns ARC, and I don't know, a bunch of different things like that. So this is the stack that she sent me. So she sent me Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I know, I don't have this one. I don't have any of the others in this set either, but I need to read this. I thought that might be fun. Add it to my Harry Potter guest room. She sent me East by Edith Patu. This is kind of making a comeback. It's giving me like Golden Compass vibes, but I know it's not. Fantasy, wintry type setting. Ugh, I don't know. I even heard that this was possibly a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know because I'll probably read this winter. Oh, and then I sent her the ARC I found of Heart of Thorns for her finished copy of Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. So, fantasy queendom-esque something. And she sent me Last Namasara by Kristen last name I can't pronounce. So this one is just such a beautiful book. I don't know anything about it, but. And then the last one, which I was the most excited about, is The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Brees Rennan, and Maureen Johnson. Really excited for this one. I haven't read this one yet. I wanted to read it after Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, but I didn't get to it. But now I can add this to my Cassandra Clare pile, and I'm pumped. Okay, I also have another somewhat new friend, Alyssa, who has been graciously just randomly mailing me books. So sweet. I keep trying to get caught up to send her things that she wants, but she is just awesome and keeps finding me things. And I'm really excited about it because usually I'm the one that does that. She sent me a few of her actual favorite books, which I'm really excited to dive into. So I have sent her the Diabolic. I had an extra copy of the Diabolic, or I might have unhauled it. I can't remember. And then I am getting ready to mail her a copy of Wicked Lovely, which is a fairy series because she had the paperbacks and wanted the hardbacks. So she sent me, and I hope I'm not missing anything that she sent me because we've been mailing quite a bit, 2 hardback copies of Torn and Switched by Amanda Hocking. These are a fairy series that she really loves, and Amanda Hocking wrote a mermaid series called Wake that I really want to read as well, and I haven't read anything from her, but I do own like one more of her series. So she found these for me because she knows I like hardbacks, so she got me those. And then she got me a copy, this beautiful paperback actually, of Roses and Rot by Kat Howard, which is one of her favorite series. I think this might be a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I'm not entirely sure, but I've heard really great things about it. And then she sent me The Dark and Hollow Places by Carrie Ryan. This is the final book, I think it's a companion to The Forest of Hands and Teeth, which I read in October, and I'll link my October wrap up here in the cards, and you guys can go and see me talk about the first book in the series. I haven't gotten to this one yet. Also, she gets some book boxes, and so she sent me this When in Doubt, Bravado, Always Bravado by Melissa Gray, the Girl at Midnight series, and it's like a little coin purse. And I don't get bookish boxes because I'm cheap. So she mailed me this little coin purse, which I love. So thank you, Alyssa. Then I actually found an ARC copy of Muse of Nightmares, which I knew everyone was gonna freak out about. And I desperately wanted to find ACOTAR. So this is the other one that I kind of like specifically sought out to get. So I normally trade multiple books, but because that ARC was a little bit more rare, she had no problem just sending me this. So I sent her that ARC of Muse of Nightmares, and she got me this A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is awesome. So now I have the complete trilogy, so I hope to start this as the last like main series trilogy that I read for the end of the year, like that I start. And I think I'm gonna love them, so I'm really excited that I have a complete set now. You may have seen in one of my book hauls that I found an ARC copy of The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which I was so excited about because I never find ARCs before they come out. I don't receive ARCs in the mail. I find them at like my used bookstores and Goodwills and things, and so I found that like maybe 2 months before it came out, and I was like, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna trade it because I don't really like to keep ARCs or paperbacks, and I knew that if I traded it before it came out that I could get something really good for it. So I didn't get to it, unfortunately, and I wanted to trade it before it kind of like lost its luster, because I'll get to it eventually. I just won't get to it before it comes out. So I sent it out, and something really cool happened. One of the girls that runs the Facebook group that I'm a part of has to approve the post, and so she saw it and actually wanted it, and so she actually mailed me a brand new copy of The Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in Dark Artifices, and it's the only one I didn't have, and I'm getting ready to read A Lord of Shadow, so I really, really wanted it. And then we found out that she's actually moving from Ohio to the town, like literally the same town as me, I think by the end of the year. So I might have a new book best friend, and I'm really excited about it because she actually flew out here to go to Y'all West, which I didn't go to because I didn't have anybody to go with and I didn't want to drag Jeff. And so I'm really excited because we're gonna do bookish things, and I'm gonna show her all my wonderful like book hunting places, and we're gonna hunt for each other, and it's gonna be so fun. So that was kind of an awesome trade slash find. Speaking of new bookish friends, I traded last year with another girl that lives in the town next to mine, just through regular like Facebook Marketplace. Actually, I think I bought them from her because she was selling young adult books, and I just bought them from her because she normally donates them. And so I contacted her again and let her know that I was unhauling a bunch of things, and then she was unhauling a bunch of things. So I gave her like some of the selection books that I had extras of, and then I think she wanted like, I don't know, a couple other random things. And so I got from her Vicious by V.E. Schwab, because I have Vengeful but I didn't have Vicious. I got This Mortal Coil by Emily Suveda. This has just been on my radar. And then Novice by Taran Mathuro, the Summoner series, which I've heard great things about. Got these from her, and then we talked all about like book budgeting and how to get books for $1 and all that kind of stuff. And it was really fun. So that was an awesome trade that was local as well, and we didn't have to do shipping. We just like met up and traded things. Then I have a bookish friend, Lindsay, and we trade like every so often. And I sent her, I did a big giant unhaul video. May be up or may not be up. If it's up, I'll link it up here. If not, stay tuned because it was huge. So I sent her For Darkness Shows the Stars. I had a Crown of Embers arc, the Nightmare Affair, and then Zenith for various reasons. And she sent me, I sent her 4 for 2 books. The Wicked King by Holly Black. I didn't have it yet and I was excited about it. And then super awesome, Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff, because she got multiple copies because she got book boxes and things. And this is a signed first edition, so I have books 1 and 3 now, so I need to get book 2 or just get it from the library or something, but that was a pretty awesome trade. And she also sent me this super awesome bookish item. So this is a Nevernight sun visor. I haven't read it yet. You see that? Super cute. I haven't read it yet, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love it. And she figured since I'm in California and it's sunny all the time that I needed this more than her, and I totally did. I actually was eyeballing this on one of the sell groups, so yay. So thank you, Lindsay. And then I'm pretty sure I traded an ARC for this, but I cannot remember which one for the life of me. I'm so sorry. I had it all written down and then I lose my papers like normal. But I traded an ARC. This girl like really wanted this ARC that I had, and the only thing that she had that I was somewhat interested in is Roseblood by A.G. Howard. This one's also is signed and has a signed book plate, and it's like in new condition, which is totally awesome. Super exciting, but I'm a little bit nervous because I literally don't know anyone that likes this book. But it's so beautiful, and it's a retelling of Phantom of the Opera, and I recently read Stained by A.G. Howard. So supposedly a Princess and the Pea retelling, but not really. But it was great, and it was amazing, and I liked her first book in her Alice in Wonderland series. So hopefully I like this more than everybody else. So what do you guys think? Okay, can't remember the person. I feel so terrible, and I can't remember what I gave her. Again, I think it was another ARC, but she had Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff, one of my all-time favorite trilogies, and I didn't have this last book. So thank you. I was very happy. It was very generous. Okay, and then lastly, my friend Shauna was absolutely amazing, and she actually traded me evenly for my books, which I don't normally allow. I usually like to give people at least 2 books because I find them so cheap, and because they're, you know, they're used, so they're not like brand new. But she traded me 5 books for 5 books. I gave her, I found 2 Star Wars books that she wanted. I think like the newer YA ones about Claudia Gray and different popular authors. I had Lover Mine by J.R. Ward. Found a copy of City of Brass, which I had debated on keeping, but it's an adult fantasy novel that I knew I wasn't gonna get to for a while, and I really wanted these. And then I traded her one other thing, and I gave her a bunch of bookmarks and stuff to kind of make up for it, because I make bookmarks, and if you trade with me, you get them from me. So I got these awesome books from her. She rounded off my Throne of Glass collection with Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, Kingdom of Ash, which this one is like an exclusive one with this beautiful fan art, and oh, it's so gorgeous. Super pretty. Heart Forager by Ren Chepeko, the 2nd book in the Bone Witch series. These are just gorgeous and awesome. She had a signed first edition of Five Dark Fates, which I hope to get to really soon because this is like pretty much my favorite series right now. And then she gave me Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, which no one will stop talking about, and is also extremely beautiful and has a signed book plate because Shauna is like the best ever. So awesome. So excited about these. This was such a great trading month. I had so much fun. I made so many bookish friends, and it's just great to be a part of such a lovely community of people, and I hope everyone's like loving the books that I sent them. And I think this is a great way to kind of get books off your shelves, or just to get some things that you've really been wanting. Like I didn't have to buy any of these. I just had to pay for shipping to mail my books, which was kind of awesome. So kind of something to look into, and it takes a while to get to this point. Like I said, I've been trading for like 2 years, and this was by far the best few months that I've ever had trading. So don't expect to start trading and get stuff like this immediately. Also keep a positive attitude, because that really helps. I think if you expect good things, you get good things, and the book fairies have been very kind to me this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you guys do swapping and trading down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.